York judge has threatened Donald Trump with jail for a blatant violation of a gag order in his civil fraud trial. Judge Arthur Engoron said in court that the former president had failed to remove a social media post mocking a clerk at the court. Judge Engoron demanded Mr. Trump take down the untrue and disparaging post about the clerk earlier this month. He said the post was deleted on social media, but remained on his website. Incendiary untruths can and have led to serious physical harm, Judge Engoron said on Friday. I will now allow the defendant to explain why this should not end up with serious sanctions or I could possibly imprison him. Mr. Trump's lawyer, Christopher Kise, apologized on his client's behalf and said it was an inadvertent mistake because while the post was deleted from social media, aides forgot to remove it from the campaign website. The judge said he would take the matter under advisement and rule on it later. Mr. Trump and several of his family members are on trial for fraud, falsification of business records, issuing false financial statements and conspiracy. The non-jury, civil trial is focused on determining damages for the fraud that Judge Engoron has already determined Mr. Trump committed by inflating his personal net worth to secure favorable loan agreements. New York Attorney General Letitia James, who brought the case, is seeking $250 million, £205 million, in penalties and severe restrictions for Mr. Trump's businesses. Judge Engoron issued a gag order against Mr. Trump on the 3rd of October after he made a post on his social media site Truth Social disparaging the judge's clerk. In the post, Mr. Trump, a Republican, had shared a picture of the clerk alongside Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, claiming she was his girlfriend. It was not the first time this week that the judge admonished the former president, who attended several days of the trial. On Wednesday, Judge Engoron told Mr. Trump and others to be quiet during a real estate appraiser's testimony on the witness stand. Mr. Trump was reportedly shaking his head and throwing his hands in the air in frustration. After a request from a lawyer with the New York Attorney General's office, Judge Engoron asked people to keep their voices down, particularly if it's meant to influence the testimony. The same day, a New York court employee was arrested after she shouted out to Mr. Trump, indicating she wanted to assist him, said court officials. She was escorted out of court, placed on administrative leave and charged with contempt of court. The New York fraud case is one of several legal battles that the former president faces this year, including both federal and state criminal charges.